I got it going.
You got it going?
It's just, it's tiring.
It's tiring.
Here,
I know.
and then you drive in, and then you get there, and you're like, maybe I will. And then you turn on some music. You're just leaning back, listening to Kid Cudi. You're like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch games and do nothing.
I'm sure you'll be having opportunities
no,
to
tonight,
cast
you know
more.
what, tonight?
Okay, tonight we have a couple days off. After tomorrow, there'll be a 2-day down period before we get into another week of action. So
yeah, maybe you'll see me on some EU games. You know what I'm saying? Grant's back in black.
Dang, I'd like to see that. All right, it looks like we have a draft. We're going to get into it right now. Priority of first pick. Looks like it's going to be going the way of Iceberg here. So what are they going to be looking to leave out there? Are they going to indeed pass on banning the Lich so they can get it, that disgusting filthy hero, in the hands of Biryu?
Yeah, or we could see maybe Lich and Nature's Prophet left down. One team gets one.
How dare you?
I believe, have we seen, Snake King's played it once, right, Nature's Prophet? They don't seem as big into the Nature's Prophet. They seem more into, like, the melee natural cores, like Tide and all them for Snake King, but...
Now, Grant, you've watched Snake King for a long, long time. What do you think is Snake King's best hero?
I would actually go with
Snake King.
Legion Commander. That's why I keep saying whenever they're playing and there's a 5th pick that could be it, I always think it's going to be it, because obviously that Heroes has some stuff, but overall, yeah, I love his Legion Commander. Earthshaker during the TI7 qualifiers as well was really good, but man, this Snake King guy, I think I first met him when he was 14, like actually. It was just like a Han game, and I was like, I mean, he was super annoying. Don't get me wrong. What 14-year-old isn't?
Who, if you played Han and you were of the age back then, you were probably a toxic piece of work.
Right there, yeah, but I met him, and like you just see how good he was. Like his mechanic, like Tomato's 17 now. Snaking at 14 was probably where Tomato was at 17, which is just mind-blowing how good this guy is. But obviously, there's different factors into being on a team.
Yep.
And now we see AA and Lich banned out. Will Iceberg, this is the thing. They don't have Monkeys Forever or Brax. So maybe that's why they don't pick up the Nature's Prophet here.
Yeah.
That actually could be a big reason.
They'll settle instead for the Earthshaker. I know Biryu has played it in the support position, but we also have mixed feelings about Earthshakers being in that kind of very selfless position and really amounting to not a whole lot. I really wouldn't mind seeing a stepped-up performance from Biryu, because I remember back then, and were they called? They weren't. I thought he was like on a Cloud9 or something, but they were a different team before that. Well, I can't remember the name of the team.
I know you're
it was, but they had like a bluish look to it.
It wasn't Shazam or High Counts.
Was it Shazam?
It might have been Shazam.
It might have been Shazam.
I don't think. It might have been, and wow. And there you go. Nyx has been first banned actually all of today, the first 2 games, and here we go. Pops out, makes it so Batrider isn't really a feasible hero on Iceberg.
Jack, how are those wings tasting over there? They're pretty good. What was that? Was it good? Okay, that's good. That's good. But yeah, Nyx Assassin. Also very good at being able to limit the hero pool options now quite a bit.
Yeah, right. It takes away from a lot of intelligence heroes, Batrider itself, just a lot of easy initiations. It also makes Iceberg think, who's going to be our hero who, gets a gem? Maybe we scout out the Nyx Assassin kind of thing. Obviously, it's in the first phase, so they have plenty of time. But Nature's Prophet being pretty much ignored here, which is very rare in the King's Cup right now, because that has been quite the hero. I would say probably the hero of the tournament.
Yep. And I wouldn't mind it coming out more just so we could see more potential counters to it. I don't know if VGJ are the team to jump on, maybe it still fit a Spirit Breaker or Monkey King into our lineup, but I'm curious how Stan King would think about that.
Me too. I think my favorite matchup this game is going to be the Ritsu versus Yawar carry. Obviously, both these have pretty much come up at around the same time, back when I think it was Yawar was pretty much on DC as well, and then Ritsu was on that C9 team. And they were both like the up-and-coming players. Obviously, both of them kind of fell off the wayside, but here they are now. And Shadow Shaman. Seen a little bit of him, one of those super self-sufficient 5 positions that, throws down wards, can take a solo tower, and you're like, oh, cool.
Just puts in work. Yeah. You get the extra bit of now they have plenty to disable and lock down for their team, even just between these two. And like you said, I mean, if shit's going down and they can't seem to keep a grasp on the game, you can always just throw them on one of those side lanes to kind of just put attention on him and away from the rest of the team. And
the buff to Shackles. The fact that it actually does damage and how long it lasts. Like, I remember when Shackles just held you. Now the fact that it actually scales damage, it's one of those abilities you're like, oh, people are maxing it now.
And in addition to that, he just hits so hard now, too. Just a ridiculous capability of being able to zone back off players. Yeah.
His little I think he has less range than a Monkey King.
Just a little range boop, 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 but good enough usually.
That's the respect TA ban for sure against Bryle. We saw him just solo carry a game with that hero. And there we go. Right back at him. Ritsu Sven will be taken right out of the pool here. Pretty slow, methodical.
Do you think that's all just like a comfort respect ban? I mean, there's no tells that they would have even really gotten this Sven, but it just seems to be something they fear. I don't know if it's a tell that Iceberg wants something that typically this Sven would, you know, wreck.
Yeah, I think it's more just because VGJ is so experienced with just stacking creeps and giving Ritsu a good lane and getting him free farm. They'd rather maybe they want to see a CK again because you can't flash farm on that hero, and that's what Ritsu is so good at doing. Maybe they just want to force him into playing a more not farm heavy. That's a
Huskar ban.
It's a Huskar ban. Who even? Jack?
Jack?
I know you're eating wings, but who? Your team plays Huskar? I've seen Jack. I swear to God, I've seen both Ryoya and.
Good talk.
I really don't think they do. So that's very. Maybe
there's
they
not
just
even
didn't
any
wanna play
strong
versus it.
tells that it's going to be a Huskar game. It's just like, we're going to be going so hard into Magic that we don't want you to even think about a Huskar.
And here we go.
Rubik.
Right after you talked about the old FY Rubik, we get. Is this our first Rubik?
I was thinking that same
I think
thing.
It is. I believe it is for sure.
I have not seen.
Yeah.
Unless. I don't think Team Dire played it on that first day. I don't think so.
Might, if you're right. I don't think so. But this could be the first Rubik, and a little excited about it, especially Earthshaker Shadow Storm.
Yeah, that's
good
what
steals
it is.
already, right? Those are. They still have 3 more heroes, and they get 2 good ones.
Earthshaker first phase says warranted. I've seen a lot of FPL, the Rubik pickup, but okay, we don't have to wait too long. They are going to end up going for the Nature's Prophet.
I think they're like, it's too good of a hero. We can't just leave it in the pool, even if maybe we're not the most experienced Nature's Prophet players. It's too good to leave up when it's still in the pool. And that means we now have our offlaner and 2 supports from Iceberg on the other side of things. Probably 2 supports and mid or carry. I've seen them both play Necro.
Lots of lockdown and setup. I always like to tickle at the idea of Bryle bringing back the Invoker again. Could be something they consider, but Nyx Assassin again.
Yeah, Rubik, like Rubik's Lift, that would be a lot of roaming. The problem with Invoker is you want to do it versus maybe non-ganking heroes, which there aren't many. That's why we don't see Invoker that much anyways, because unless they're like doing like a Slardar or something, or something you think you can avoid. Yeah, it's just very rough. I would like that. I definitely want to see him, especially with 2 stand-ins. They really need Bryle to perform out of his mind.
Step up. Yep. No, that's fair. Well,
I'm interested to see. My bad. I'm very interested. I believe it will be probably Jabs moving over to the offlane then.
Yeah.
And let Buryu play support. The problem is Clairvoyance plays hard 5.
Hardest
almost
5.
Always played. They both played like these 2 would actually out of NA. I would say play the hardest 5. And now they're on the same thing.
Who's gonna feed more?
Yeah. Who's gonna? I mean, probably Claire, but yeah.
Those objective feeds or whatever. The productive feeds. Is that what you called it, Jack? There. Yeah. Productive feeds.
Jack, yes or no?
Good talk. Okay.
Right.
Your king is back as well. Your king is fed. Jack, I see you have like what 15 bones on that plate. You're doing pretty okay.
Yeah, Jack isn't. Jack's definitely a very special young man. It's an honor to know.
Yeah.
By special,
Let's
what do you mean
remember
by special?
MVP of TI though. You know, right there.
Yeah, big shout out to Machine. Thank you for helping our community. Oh, you meant Jack. Oh, yeah, my bad. My bad.
I'm sorry. I just don't have a British accent. Otherwise, we'd be good. Death Prophet though. Coming out now, 4th pickup.
Grant, what's the most special thing you did in your life besides eating a glue?
What do you mean special? Like special?
Like special, like glue eating.
I used to eat ants too.
Ants?
I think me and Grant share a similar history. Like, I used to eat a lot of terrible shit, like sand in the sandbox and shit.
Does.
Just because, like, but I think the positive that comes out of it is, like, your immune system just gets, like, hard like a rock. And I just, like, never get sick.
Yeah,
I never get sick. Yeah. Land flu! Land flu! I never get that land flu, ever.
Exactly, me either. No, it was...
Can't hear you.
Really? Hello?
Oh, you're back.
Hello? Yo, this is it, Grant.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what
Big
up?
Dick Grant.
Yeah, my bad on that one. I think I was just, cording up the cord, but...
Getting sick. You never get sick, right?
I never get sick.
Yeah,
it just... Eating all that stuff, it really did.
Yeah, all that terrible stuff.
And then I know why you never get sick. Even when you are, you don't want to tell it to yourself because American health system is just
Yeah, it's true.
And you're saving the money as
My
well.
arm could fall off and think it's fine.
I called it.
Good.
I said Yawar was going to play anti-mage.
Oh, okay,
He wants to see... This is kind of an interesting stack now with 2 stand-ins. They're going to play it, honestly, they are going to play it more like FPL and A, and anti-mage has like a 90% win rate, and It's going to be hard, right? What do they have to shut him down? A Rubik and a Nyx, kind of? It's not the best sounds from Death Prov. This could be a very good AM game.
Yeah, I'm curious what they're going to try to wiggle into their lineup to help shut down the AM.
Yeah, no, I really like the AM. They need probably an offlaner, actually. Looks like VGJ is looking for an offlaner because they could do a Necro offlane. Snake King does play some weird offlanes.
They can go for Faceless Void maybe on an offlane against the anti-mage, so they have that extra lockdown. Because they don't have any, everything is pretty much magical besides that Prophet ulti, but I guess not enough lockdown for that AM.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of actually like Iceberg's draft a little bit more than VGJ's.
Like a Broodmother may just somehow show it up in this game because it's not been banned, but
just randomly gets banned fifth, randomly picked fifth. That hero just I don't know.
That's so weird.
People enjoyed that hero for some reason. I don't think anyone enjoys playing it. I think Zai said he enjoyed playing it. I don't think anyone actually enjoys it.
I think that's like the only other one. I don't know.
Daryl. Yep, good void ban by Iceberg. Lacoste with the call, but now they won't get to pick it up.
Next best option for lockdown, I mean, Tidehunter? No? Like...
They need something with not that big of a cooldown. That Prophet has a big cooldown. Necro
offlaner has constant Legion Commander.
Oh, Legion might be a good idea.
The Legion Commander that you were talking about, Grant. That might be it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just classic Grant. We'll see. Iceberg, they have 18 seconds here to pick up their last, more than likely their middle hero.
Middle pickup for Mr. Bryle here. What have we seen him on already in this event? Storm, Invoker, TA. What would we like to see him play that he hasn't had the opportunity? Are there any big show-off heroes? It's like DK or something. What?
Is it a mid Furion?
What?
It's mid Visage.
I hope it's mid Earthshaker or something. That'd be just. If you want to see, I want to see a young buck show off on a mid lane Earthshaker. Maybe mid Visage. Who knows?
Could be mid. It might be mid Earthshaker because they have Jabs, who's their primary Visage player, and then Claron Shadow.
Here plays Visage. I thought I remember him playing. Yeah,
no, he definitely does. I'm pretty sure you're right. I think it is a mid Earthshaker now, and mid Earthshaker is pretty bad for Death Prov. It can get some farm, but well, maybe it won't be.
We'll have to see.
Terrorblade. The Ritsu Terrorblade then.
Terrorblade versus Anti-Mage. How lore-rific.
It's going to be Jabs or Shake. Wait, so neither of the people we said were playing Visage are playing it.
Biryu is on Shadow Shaman. Yeah. Okay.
What is
so mid Prophet?
And it is offlane Necro.
Or mid Visage. Clairvoyance is probably playing Visage, it looks like. Right. Oh, yeah. And then...
Could TB be run aggro lane here? King Lacoste or Wingman Jack? Could it be a Nyx Rubik Terrorblade tri lane? Or no, you think they're just going to go safe lane with TB?
They might, but I want to see where Nature's Prophet is going. Are they going to swap or not?
Yeah, I'm still... This seems like a very interesting draft. This looks like a super, not even just, we're going to fight as 4 while AM farms, and if we somehow win some fights and AM gets farmed, we're going to win the game kind of draft.
For Iceberg, the best lane setup would be just put those 3 together.
Visage.
Yeah, Visage mid. They can just play it, they can just play it safe. Visage will get to level 6 pretty quickly, then they have TP plus birds, and that can secure Anti-Mage's farm on wherever lane he goes to.
Yeah, and Yawar's farming potential not to be taken for granted. Man can hit some creeps.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be seeing a lot of kills early in this game. It seems like a game where both teams might just respect each other a bit, do a lot of farming, and then be ready for the fight. Oh, yeah, it is time to get into it now, folks. It is game number 1 of our second series of today. Iceberg Esports going against VGJ.Storm. Dakota with Grant, and your camera work is going to be done by none other than Jack KBBQ. That's right. Catch him on his Twitter at KBBQ whenever he misses a kill or fucks things up. KBBQ Jack Dota, right? I don't know what your Twitter is.
KBBQ Dota.
KBBQ Dota.
I'm back. I finished my wings just in time to be a more active participant in the observation process.
Oh, my goodness.
Damn, Stanking no all chat immediately coming out in the chat. Interesting. Looks like VGJ, they're taking the no all chat ever. They Snake King, Stan King now, both going against it. Interesting.
No fun, I guess.
That's right. Like I said, the first thing I told these guys was fun is, out of the equation.
What? I thought you said yesterday you were all about the taunting and everything.
Yeah, but that's just to get them angrier. And then they can't express it by going to all chat, so it just comes out in other ways.
All right. through poor gameplay, I guess.
Interesting.
All right, well, top lane as we go here, it is going to be an approach coming out from our Death Prophet as VGJ just looking to take full dominance here. They get the early ward down, and they're looking to take bounty rune advantage early, and it's obvious Iceberg do not want to go swinging at level 1. So
Sorry, I was just trying to, you know, I think that's the biggest thing of all this is all the hockeys get changed up because we're all changing and we're all trying to fix them at like the last second.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Eventually we'll remember to do it ahead of time, but for now we have a bit of a rumble for that bounty rune, and it does look like it's going to be split down the middle here. Iceberg do manage to grab up 2 of them. Same goes for VGJ, but not before Clairvoyance is trying to get some peppering shots in here on Ritsu.
Does he have a Poor Man's Shield already on Terrorblade?
Yes.
Looks like
that's a good choice.
Yep, and it will be. So, pardon me, King, go on.
No, you go.
No, you go.
No, you go.
All right.
Ladies first.
So it is going to be the Visage played middle. How does Visage go up against Death Prophet, King?
Good. Visage goes good pretty much against anyone. Look at the harassment coming out already.
I'm looking. It's pretty even.
Can we get the CS game? Thank you very much, Jack.
W.
My W, oh, it's got the WASD on, so it's not W.
Just manual click it if you got it.
Yeah, just get it going. So this is going to be a Clairvoyance Nature's Prophet, actually, but top lane. We have
a little bit of trades here happening in the top lane. They're going to get the shackle down onto Snake King here. Punches come out from jabs. He's going to need a bit more. Will this be our first blood? Seems to be the case. Snake King trying to juke right past him. The stun's actually there.
Flask.
Oh, he pops the flask. He gets a heal.
2 wands.
Needs a bit more. 2 charges. The salve.
Why is our Shaker ranged?
Oh, God, he needs a bit more. He jumps back again. He ends up turning around, getting the right click, getting the first blood before Snake King does go down.
Damn, that was Snake King getting that first blood. Nice job by Flea. He was just tanking up, blocking the Shadow Shaman so he couldn't get another shackle in. That was a nice play. I mean, Snake King was going to die no matter what, but getting the first blood. Nicely done.
And Flea's just wants to get a few more shots
Shaker could remove the Clarity Potion.
Did not go for it, though, unfortunately. Claire to the bottom lane now, able to just kind of take over in this matchup against Snake King and Ritsu, who are going to be able to pull the wave under the tower, but as you can see, Claire's happy to work with the jungle camps nearby, plus is going to be already heading over to snag up the bounty rune for himself, so his off-lane position working out pretty swell at the start, and I want to scope out mid lane a bit already, 9-1 for the Death Prophet, while Visage is sporting 7-3, so still pretty close, but is it something where the Visage ends up taking off as the levels start coming in?
It should be. Maybe Brawl just isn't as experienced as maybe other people, and this is how you do. You just hit him with the Grave Chill, and look at this. He doesn't have any W, though, in Soul Assumption, and still huge harass. He has the Blightstone as well, and we actually have Nature's Prophet TPing in from behind. It's Claire, no Sprout. Top lane.
Oh, Claire went to the mid lane? Ah.
Yeah,
well, that was happening. There was a mild trade happening here up towards this top, looking to go on to Snake King. Not in the bath. No one got killed, so just some harassment continuing to come out here. Jabs makes his impact from the side lane as much as he can while staying kind of off the radar and out of sight.
Snake with the Orb of Venom build on Necro, just for extra harassment, extra slowdown.
Yep.
Ooh. Man, still constant harassment as well into that mid lane Death Prophet too. We saw Bryle and some Clairvoyance Illusions really hitting her up. And they're going to be able to fend him off a bit. Top CS, all 3 at the moment, though, belonging to VGJ, as it feels like they're kind of in control of all 3 lanes.
Yeah, it does, and I mean, they're up already over 1,000 gold at 3 minutes in. And that's the thing, Yawar is getting harassed so hard up top, and there's not much they can do. Necro is level 3. He does get trapped in now, though.
But there is an opening through the trees. He just weasels out, and he'll be fine. Flea even nearby with the stun just in case. But is a change-up got to be made here for Iceberg? Do you continue to truck this one out as a 3-lane, or I might need to have some rotations breaking out? Snake King, though, is dancing on the edge in this top lane here, and he finally goes down. He ends up eating a hard shot coming out from the Ether Shock of Biryu, and too much damage.
I think he was just playing really cocky. We were saying they were winning that lane, but the problem was if he went back to base, then Yawar would get some free farm, and he didn't want to let that happen. Unfortunately, he let it happen, and they get a free kill because of it. It's a little rough. Ritsu, though, man, almost near perfect. I think he's missed 1 CS. Not too shabby. Now I missed another one right when I looked.
Really no threats, though. Clairvoyance is happy to, like, TP out. We just saw him TP in to pick up a bounty rune. So he's getting his own farm, but they are not threatening Ritsu whatsoever here. Mid lane, some flirting here back and forth a bit. We see Ryoya, aka 747, happy to get the Soul Siphon off. But let's see, 5.5 to almost 5.5. Is that what it's called?
Spirit Siphon, maybe?
Oh, my bad. Spirit Siphon.
Yeah, you're bad.
Soul Siphon, Spirit Siphon, whatever.
Sonic Wave, Sonic Scream,
Wave,
whatever.
Sonic Boom.
It's all the same here.
Yeah.
We're all just saying words now.
The Sonics, yeah.
There it is, the birds.
The birds.
This could be a very easy kill middle with the stun. Oh, on the wrong side. I don't think it matters with the birds, though.
Damage, damage, damage.
Yeah, it matters. It doesn't matter.
I get it. Yeah, and he doesn't even have to land the birds.
This is why you're a smart guy, Grant. First time in your life, play-by-play, not play-by-play, but actually the analyst, co-caster.
Yeah, he's doing.
How do you feel?
God's work.
Do you feel weird?
Good. No, I've done it many times.
IQ just doubled up.
Yeah, easily. It's good. It's
yeah,
good being able to do all 4 roles
40.
perfectly. Feels good to be one of the greatest of all time.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Come to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
Here we have an approach after hitting up the shrine on the side of Iceberg. They're going to reset a bit. Yawar continues to get bullied out of that top lane. 21 CS for him. While on the other side, his opponent, Necro, continues to bulk up 24 and 10 CS. Snake King is just holding strong with Babysitter Flea. Now they're looking to punish the Babysitter, though. They spotted him out. The birds are even in on the action, and they're going to easily break down that Beetle, and they're not done yet. Moving on in, looking to go for Snake King himself. Nice stun is there. Can they get more, though? It looks like he just pops out the Shroud, pops out the heal, and he's suddenly full health and ready to play.
Yeah, that's so good Necros, but still a kill. They get the 1 kill on Flea, and they're up actually 4 to 1 kills. The only problem is you just look at the last hits denies, and Ritsu is so far above everyone else, which is actually just nuts. That's the problem, right? Furia just TPs out of lane to try to get a gank, so you get that 1 kill, and you just give a free lane to the safe laner.
And he even popped his Metamorph and was looking to even take the tower too if possible, but only softened it up quite a bit.
I don't jab stealing their rune there. Right when Flea was going over.
He sees him now. They'll trade a bit, but not getting any easier here. He'll even eat a ulti coming out. Now, the Exorcism. Boom! See you later. Death Prophet. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was... Now we're seeing the power of the Visage. He already has the medallion. You just pop that on, hit a Q, 1 stun from Earthshaker.
To level 6 now in the mid lane.
Yeah, we've seen Death Prophet seem to be struggling a lot this tournament. Because wasn't it was what, Storm versus Death Prophet when it was level 8 versus 4?
I think you already asked, it was Invoker.
Invoker, yeah.
Damn, you got called out by the king.
That's fine. Man took 15 minutes to eat, Europeans. Probably eating some crumpets and tea as well. Stun coming out from Jab's top, it looks like.
Ooh, Flea's in trouble. The birds have him on lock. He's trying to turn back. Yawar looking to go in, but he's blocked within the birds. Finally eats through the tree here. Can't quite find the opening to go for Flea. On the meantime, Snake King gets the finish onto Biryu. Flea still holding on. The heal is able to keep him alive. Very awkward approach for Iceberg on that one. Should have been an easy snipe kill.
Yeah, it looked like, and then, yeah, the birds blocked him in. The 2 birds of Fisher and 1 range creep just completely blocked him in.
Unfortunate, but now Fissure flies out, and suddenly they're able to redeem it a bit. They get the takedown of the Stand King. Biryu moves in, gets the shackle locked down onto Sneh, but there's Sneh popping up the Shroud, popping out the heals. He's suddenly back to good, but is he in the clear? He is trying to run on out here. Flea can't do enough to slow him down. He now has no mana, and rotations are going to be forced out. And that is when Jabs lays down the Fissure and turns the other way, so no continued kills.
Yeah.
But Riora has a haste rune, and he is just going to hustle up for the bounty. I thought he was actually going to head all the way up to the top lane, but...
You okay there, Jack?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right, just checking.
Jack's definitely one of those guys who eats food and then needs to take a nap immediately afterwards. We might see the camera struggling here in a few minutes right now. Jack, you need one of these monsters or what?
I do need one of these monsters. That's a good idea.
We'll ask the king then.
Your king will give it to you. What do you need?
Greatest king ever. Give me the lemonade tea, I guess.
Smoke gate.
Which one?
I see you seen it, Dakota.
I'm watching.
But the problem is you're not the cameraman. Oh, fuck.
Middle
lane looks like they're going for a gank. Jack here doesn't understand what's going on. Just kidding, he's right on it.
And
they are going to find him. He's triple zucking right now. Can he do it? Sorry, Dakota, that's on you.
No, that's all good. The zucking continues here, but is it going to be enough? They get the 1, and are they done? The birds tickle away onto Ryoya. Can he make it out in time? The birds are not hitting him hard enough. Or are they? They got it.
Yeah.
The long-winded chase pays off.
And because Clairvoyance had the drums there, Phase Boots drums, he's able to just run away from Flea, which is nice. Pardon me, I'm the Hester Dakota, you know, just after those 2 games, you know, got real hype. I'm gonna sip a Monster.
No. That might not even help. Monster will just get you even more in the zone.
Yeah, you're right.
But I think it's a treat.
Let's look. Anti-Mage, level 6.5. Ritsu, level 9.5. This Terrorblade is going to be a very scary person. He's going Mask of Madness, so there we go.
Yeah, he's like a free insurance policy for the team right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Stanking's gone. Did he get denied? Yes. Moves in for the deny just in time. But there is like a lot of initiation, a lot of presence here from Iceberg with the benefit of this Nature's Prophet having the TPs, with the birds kind of jumping around from lane to lane a bit.
Yeah.
This is so much setup for Iceberg here.
I love what Iceberg's doing. It's just they need to do something about bottom lane. He's pushing their tier 2 in already. No one has rotated, TP'd, or even started walking down that way. He has his Mask of Madness at about 200. Yeah, I told you that's the classic in NA.
I've never seen it before.
Welcome to America, dude.
God! No! God, please, no!
Hey, Grant, or not Grant, Jack.
Not Grant.
You want to throw on the net worth there? It's probably about that time. People want to see the values of the people here. There
Got you, dog.
There we go. We see Ritsu.
Jack, what's going on? Tell us what's going on in this game right now. We need to get you focused.
We need an observer report.
So.
A lot of creeps are being hit on the side of VGJ, and they're going to be looking to push.
There's a kill top lane. See you later.
You know, all 3 cores have a lot of lane pressure. They'll push. Death Prophet can take stuff. So
Middle, Ryoya going down. It looks like he does.
Jack, just don't talk anymore. Ruining all the play-by-play.
You guys,
what?
You guys gave me a little too much there.
All right, my bad.
No, I'm just kidding. We're good. Anyway, yeah. You know, it's been a tough game for 747 in that mid. He's been focused a lot and pressured a lot. But again, looking at the big picture, they're down a couple kills, but the network's looking fine. And
look at top lane.
Ritsu's in great shape. And then if they're able to knock down these tier 2s within the next few minutes, then you're looking at a meta onto high ground pretty soon.
Yeah.
Or he's going Mask of Madness, so he's just going to go ahead and just farm things up.
They have what is it? What looks like a Midas coming together here for Brile too, so they're going to go heavy on the grade. I'm going to sneeze. Oh no, guys, I sucked the sneeze like back in my nose, so I'm probably going to die later.
That's what happens. I heard when you sneeze, it's you getting the devil out, right?
Yeah, my friend died because he kept the sneeze in.
Uh-oh, Clairvoyance is dead. He didn't even have to sneeze for it. Steal, though, onto the Enchant Totem from Stan King here. They might not be able to get the stop onto jabs, or they may. There's the telekinesis pullback. He'll try to run down south, but I don't think there's anywhere he can go. Eventually, Stan King will be able to get the last right-click in, and he will fall. 8-6 now, your new score.
Do you, Lacoste, do you like the Midas on Visage, or do you think it's going to slow him down too much versus Terrorblade, who's like free farm? Like, what if they just push the base and he has a Midas?
Well, that's going to be a problem, but I think they can hold it with the birds. Fisher.
Yeah. After shock and all
that.
Yeah,
should be all right. I'm still waiting for the moment when Terrorblade uses Mask of Madness and will be silenced, can't use ulti, loses the game.
Oh my man, this is the RTZ Ritsu classic. They just farm till they're 18 minutes and the silence doesn't mean anything.
I already have a prepared sound. It's gonna be.
All right.
You ruined the surprise. The other thing about the
thanks, Jack.
Terrorblade illusions is you're not really afraid of birds or wards, or even like treants and stuff. So sometimes like the summons can be an issue if they start pushing and like it becomes very difficult to fight into. Terrorblade isn't usually too worried about that.
The problem is Anti-Mage was kind of shut down in a lane, so he will need to recover somehow. He has what, the Perseverance, not even close. Yeah. Claymore 400 gold away.
But this is what you'd expect if he went like treads and he would still have a bra. He got super shut down. Snake King and Flea did a terrific job shutting him down top lane.
And it's not even like he's got 2 kills in like 55 CS, right? So it's, you know, it's not like he just died or fed or anything. He just hasn't been able to hit creeps as much as he wants to.
Oh, and if we see Rubik level 6 gets the best spell he can get, Fisher.
Okay, are they making a move for Snake here? Birds running in. Ether shocks a lot. Clairvoyance tries to creep him from behind, finds himself onto a telekinesis. They throw him back to the ground, but the fissure is right out in the middle. They're looking to focus onto Snake King. They will finish him off with the power of Biryu. Stan King steals those shackles, turns it right back and around, and gives Biryu a taste of his own medicine. Ultimately, though, does get blasted apart. Clairvoyance will also be going down as he gets sucked on up. Bryle, though,
just too hard to handle
on the
at
chase.
moment.
Nice block in the river coming out from jabs. And 747 has no choice to turn around and face the music. Double kill out for Bryle.
Yeah, this is exactly what they need to do. I mean, Terrorblade is still gonna free farm. Plus Anti-Mage, a lot of space on the bottom, clearing what, five waves since we mentioned it last time.
The key to that fight was really the Necrophos. Like, if the Necro managed to stay alive and get his ult off, I don't think he used his magic stick charges there either. Yeah, he still had 17 charges. Like, that would have completely turned things around.
One thing, alright.
Oh, Flea in trouble. The chase is on from Bryle, and Clairvoyant steps in as a tag team. Even Yawar getting in on the action. And
all his birds died, though. Well, one of his birds died.
oh, man, they just got Snake King. Nice little cancel there, but he's still in
Echo,
trouble.
he just
The
got it.
Echo walk in, moves in, slams it home. The Reaper Scythe will come off, but it's Snake King who ends up getting dropped. Now back as they run away here. Can Iceberg make it out without too many casualties? Biryu going to be a bit of focused here, but they try to change targets and look to go for Clairvoyance instead. Can they get the finish? Ooh, it's so close. The swarm is there.
No, he should just run.
Oh, well, ultimately,
Maybe.
the bats end up nibbling away.
Catablink, though. The thing is, when VG commits with their ulti, they need to be careful about it. DP ulti and meta. If they can't find an opening, Iceberg can just back off.
Yeah. And I mean, we saw Ritsu finally come to his first fight. He didn't really do much, but then he farmed up all of Buryu's wards and got the tower deny, and now he's going to get middle tower. So still a technical one fight from VGJ.
Yeah.
Earthshaker with that huge dunk right when he hit level 6, which was nice, but that's the problem with this, the 3-1-1 build, right? Like, the ulti does not feel good because Aftershock stuns for 0.6 seconds. It's nothing.
Yeah. Maybe 2-1-2.
2-1-2. That used to be pretty common. Now it's like 1-1-3 or 3-1-1.
Fisher damage has been nerfed, and that's why they're maxing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Flea softens up Claire a bit. Stan King with the stolen blink tries to set something up, but he ends up turning it just into a stolen set of Treants, and we'll use those instead. But meanwhile, we have Iceberg now smoked up and on the prowl here. We have 30 seconds till the Biryu Serpent Wards are up and at the ready, and about a minute before the Echo Slam, but with Bryle coming along, they have plenty of killing potential.
Yep. And Flea needs to be careful. Doesn't have his ult for 15. If he gets caught here at all, he's just dead, and even better. Royoyo would be a great find for them.
Biryu's going to be going in first. He pops out the dust, not sure who to target on the second. He does see the Death Prophet. They need follow-up and help. Siphon sucks it away. It looks like Biryu will end up getting dropped, but can they make it a better trade? It looks like they will. Getting the finish onto Riora. Finally going to be there. Biryu gets it done with the Soul Assumption.
Yeah, and that was odd, right? He should have just hexed him when he was Carapace, because hexing him does not stun you, and it just makes him not be able to do... He got that stun off because he didn't hex him, so a little bit of a misplay there by Biryu, but still 1-for-1 trade. It's a better trade for them either way. They do get the position 2, and they only lose their 5. Looks like Hood coming out for snaking, so he has the Veil, but he's going more tanky than the other Necros we've seen.
Well, Anti-Mage will come online pretty soon. He needs a Manta style before he can join the fights.
Treads Manta, yeah.
Yeah, Treads Manta. I expect him to maybe go for Diffusal Blade right after that, just to remove the Purge.
Wow, Bryle sets up a stun
Ghost
first.
Shroud from Necro.
Birds coming over the trees, gets a hit onto Snay. The secondary stun is also there. Not looking to go for a hard commitment yet. Full reinforcements on the way from VGJ. Ritsu's now getting in on the action here as Metamorph.
I love this level, the Grave Chill. I don't know if he meant to steal that, but he probably did. That's actually so much slow. 7-second duration. It's one of those spells you don't really think is good because, I mean, when do you see a Rubik versus a Visage ever?
Not that often.
And now Ritsu has a
got
full
the Manta, so this is a push.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, the Anti-Mage just hasn't been able to apply enough pressure just yet.
Blocks him out as the Exorcism comes off, but yeah, I mean, they are just feasting away from the other side of the line. The wards are going to be committed now, but their full focus is still going to be on the tower, and it should drop here.
Yep, nicely done. Duar gets the bottom tier 2, and they trap in Necro.
Secondary fissure, and like you mentioned, they stole the Serpent Wards. They're going to be putting them on the ground, and that's got to get the attention of Iceberg a bit. They're going to try their best to be able to whittle them apart with the power of their own Serpent Wards, but these Raxes falling it apart. Just 20 minutes in, the first set may go down here on the side of Iceberg, but here we go. Walk-in Echo Slam coming out from jabs. Not a lot of damage. Snake King just pops out the pipe. They are going to be able to get the burst On to 747, but okay, here we go. Stun's coming out. Yawar jumping into action. Right clicks are there. The Sprout on top of him. They need a bit more. Can they get it? He does manage to get the 1 kill. And Iceberg are going to be able to hold the line a bit as they take out 3, but they do take damages inside.
Way to browse Midas.
Yeah.
Jack.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000.
All right, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That was. Why'd they go for the range rack instead of the melee? If you're gonna commit fully, you might as well just get the melee. But
I think you go for the melee there, and I don't think the Earthshaker should have been able to get in as far as he did. Because you're talking about an Earthshaker who doesn't have blink. He's about to have after that fight. So I think even if you dump the ult onto him preemptively while he's walking in, and then just burn him down. You know, before he gets anything off, it starts the necro healing, makes him that much harder to kill. So I think there might have been a bit of a mix-up there. Like, what is the, you know, are we going all in on these racks? If we're all going to die, then, you know, we have to make sure that we actually get it. So I also think the handling of the Serpent Wards could have been a little better, whether it was the placement of the stolen ones or the actually attacking their Serpent Wards.
Ones. They attacked the whole time. He should have just killed them with illusions, right, Ritsu, I think?
I think so, because they also do have a bit of splash damage, right? So if they actually are able to focus onto the illusions, it'll clear them out pretty fast. So
I think that was definitely a mistake.
I think you clear the wards there and then put them on the melee racks and then just take that down. But
here comes the smoke party, and as they head to the high ground, the smoke pops. They pop and see Flea. Flea unable to even get the stun off. He finally drops it now, but it might be too late for him. He ends up going down now. It's going to be Ryoa swinging into play with the Siphon, but they have to turn and run the other direction now. Full retreat mode, it would appear, for VGJ, or are they trying to reposition? Wards come out from both sides here, and they have to run out the other side. Here comes the Reaper Siphon. See you later, Biryu. He's going to be out of this one for nearly a minute, and the rest of Iceberg take their leave.
You are, though, doing AM things.
Yeah, this benefits Iceberg, even though he's farming the mega creeps on top, just from the melee ones.
At least it keeps the waves pushed out, and he gets a tower, so...
Whenever they try to commit on one lane, Furen should just TP and cut the wave. And the Anti-Mage can do the same on the other lane. Shaker with the block should be enough, I guess, to stop the pressure, at least for the one wave they have.
Stan King, we've seen he just lost the wards and now got 2 uses out of them. One of them a 5. Well, I wouldn't say they won that fight. It was a 1 for 0, I guess you could say they technically did. But I mean, there's so many good spells to steal. Like anything he steals, right? Blink.
Yep.
I mean, teleport, stun, ulti. He can steal everything.
Birds.
Yeah, birds. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
I don't know if Stan King is Stan King a Visage player, Jack? Could he use birds with Rubik?
I do not believe that he is.
All right. So it might be a little rough. I think you'd actually rather have Grave Chill. Grave Chill is very good. 7-second duration. That's actually so good. You just put it on like the AM. He just doesn't attack at all.
Now the pipe's done. I think I called out pipe in that last fight. But that was just the hood. He's got the full pipe now ready to smoke up.
Maybe go for Roche here after they clear out the Tran.
Yeah. Scan up and over the hill is not going to get any sort of positive read. The rest of Iceberg have heavily smoked. And look at this. They're having an approach up through the mid lane, which could end up right behind where VGJ stand at the moment. But they still wait across the river.
They're just going to kill up these shrines. That's, I mean, if you're going to do Roche, you might as well.
Pinged, so if they decide to go on that first...
Oh man, look at this position. I can't tell if Dyer's in good position or bad position right now.
Yeah, I know.
Looks good.
Yawar's not there, though.
Oh, if he pops Mask of Manus up this hill.
Okay, a move in. They're looking to quickly eliminate the Death Prophet if possible. They'll get a twofer, as Ritsu also will get shackled up and locked down. Beautiful setup play right there from VGJ coming in from behind, and they're not done yet. Chase is possibly on for Flea, but Flea's able to make it out the other side. And all the meanwhile, Yawar was able to kind of, you know, get some softening damage on that bottom lane.
Nice.
Ooh, Courier sniped. Nice
Claire.
from Claire.
It's nice when I don't have to, like, you know, the team just answer the question. I said, are they in good position or bad position? Turns out it was good. That was nice one to answer for me. They got the 2 highest net worth people on the team. That was almost perfect. They're in the lead now, gold-wise, for the first time. And they're going for Roche. Damn, that was very nice. And, right, this is what we saw. They made so much space with their 4 heroes. AM actually has items now.
Ooh. They go for the Roche. Flea wants to do something about it, moves in with the stun, but will be able to blink away. And now this Roche will belong to Iceberg. Who picked it up now? It looks like it was the AM, of course.
And he has Manta. He has more than enough for Manta. He's just too lazy to send the chicken over. He's just going to go get it himself when he farms. Yeah, I think this game got super hard for VGJ now because of, it wasn't even a fight, right? Just them getting perfectly ganked by the Dire side, losing both their cores, and now AM, Manta, Battle Fury, Treads, Aegis, going Butterfly next. That Terrorblade will do near to nothing to him if he positions correctly.
Terrorblade looking to build up a Scotty next, but just adding in more stats and survivability could only add to more ulti power of the AM too. This is, and then while AM is, I don't know if you mentioned, he's psyching up for a Butterfly next too. Jeez. So.
And this is still nervous. Jack, VGJ seemed to have a good lead. They went for the wrong Rex top, a few different things, and that gank that just happened. Is AM 2 online now for this game, or one more fight maybe?
It's going to be a lot tougher now. I thought that VGA were going to gather to go push
again.
Wow, what a
because
scam.
It looked like, it looked like the creep waves were dealt with pretty well. It was either, I thought they were either going to Roche or push. Ended up kind of going for the shrine instead.
Yeah.
They did a great scan now too on Iceberg's side, pretty much reading exactly where VGJ were when they were moving out for this smoke. So it looks like it's going to be an area totally dodged, but they will take the opportunity to at least get down some vision. Let's get something out of it, but it is some time that the team had to be together for.
Terrorblade's still sitting on a top net worth, but feels like he does not have enough items.
He doesn't have items at all, yeah. That's the problem with the Scotty, like
that's
the
the
two
problem
build
with the
up is
Mask
so
of Madness.
much. Yeah. 2 ulti orbs is 5,500, and you get, what, 20 stats? Like, he doesn't do anything until you actually get the Scotty.
25.
Whoa. 2 ulti orbs is not 5,500.
No, I said 4,500. Jack, wake up.
It's not even 4,500.
What is it?
It's 4,300.
300.
You can't prove. No. It's no. Oh yeah, it is, huh? When did that happen? Didn't it used to be 2250. Am I just stupid? Jack, tell me, yes or no?
No, just your history needs some work. That's all.
No, it doesn't. I feel that was on you guys though. Like, Jack, I asked you actually earlier this story. I was like, "Yo, Jack, what up?"
Yeah.
Oh, am I good?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. I was like, "Yo, Jack, how much an ulti orb costs?" He told me 2250. He actually set this up, so I look bad right now. Jack,
Check the
that's messed
VOD.
up.
Check the VOD.
Yeah, that was messed up, Jack. Oh, they're going in. Next pro.
Can they get a hold of Snake King here? He pops the Ghost Shroud, looks to charge on forward, and that's when Iceberg step off, but they get the Reaper Scythe off, and that's going to be quickly taking out the Earthshaker. Now a chase on for Bryle, the precious Visage here, has the benefit of the pipe from help nearby, but he just turns around Soul Assumption, takes out the Death Prophet, no problem at all. While that happens, though, look at this, Yawar getting in some good work onto the top lane, edging down that tier 3.
Yeah, this is just... honestly, good play from Iceberg, but Death Prophet had the Yules up there. He saw the resummon of the birds, meaning they get full damage and can stun again. He just died to him. And as well, Snaking. Why'd he Reaper Scythe the Earthshaker? He had ulti, but it felt like a super big waste. If he just used it on the Visage, it would have held him in place long enough. This feels like really sloppy play from VGJ. And now the Bryle's just, I don't know. It actually feels so far in favor of Iceberg with AM's farm and Visage farm. He has a Shiva's Solar Crest pipe.
He's going to boots travel next
Yeah,
too.
the Earthshaker, I can only hypothesize. It might have been from the fight before where the Earthshaker just kind of ran up because he does have that mass team fight control.
Yeah.
So it does make sense there. He's also a little bit easier to burst down because you see when the Reaper Scythe connected, I think he was still at like 70, 80% HP.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take too much damage at that point to bring him down into death range from the ultimate because he doesn't have any other defensive items.
If he was at
Visage would be,
80%, you don't think you could do the same with Visage? I know he has the cloak, but I feel if you just hold him down.
It's based on where he was, like
Yeah.
his HP. I think it would have been a little bit harder to do that.
Oh, in middle lane, they have a smoke gank. Snake King didn't notice.
Move in. Yawar at that moment actually blinked up to the high ground for the Ancients, but it doesn't even matter. They get the takedown of Snake King, no problem at all, and they're looking to follow up with the Follow King Stan, but looks like Stan will be able to create a distance. I say that, but then pop he goes. Yawar jumps in, hits him with the R button, and that's all it takes. Now they're going to be able to follow it up with a tier 3 and a possible approach into the high ground now. No buybacks available for that Necro or that Rubik. Let's see how much damage Iceberg could do, and they could do a decent amount because they dropped down the Serpent Wards, and this tier 3 is in trouble.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was saying. This is that they're playing a super FPLNA game with this AM, and I'm just going to say North American teams do not know how to deal with AM, Jack. Would you? I don't know. Just from what I've seen in in-house leagues as well as this. Sorry, there's a fight going.
It's a half fight here.
Yeah.
It is.
He's sucking birds.
Yeah, it's Iceberg really just trying to take it to VGJ right now as they survive and hold on. Tier 3 down, but no further damage is going to be done inside. So Iceberg can just walk away with their heads held high and some free money in the bank by picking up some shrine play now.
It definitely could just be, I mean, if VGJ wins a team fight on the other side of the map, they could just win the game.
Yeah.
With, I mean, it's a Terrorblade, right?
Terrorblade Death Prophet.
So it's definitely not over, but man, this AM is almost to the, I think, yeah, has the butterfly now if he wants to go by. He has the quarterstaff, so I don't know. Unless this AM makes really bad plays, it's going to be extremely hard. Are they just going to, they can't even just go uphill because Terrorblade doesn't have Metamorphosis.
They did smoke though, so they want to do something. Maybe hopefully a pick-off plus push possible here.
Here's one of the best things about playing Nature's Prophet. It's so easy to kill the shrines. You just click Treants on them. Don't have to do anything, worry about anything. Slowly kill it.
Yeah. Free money coming.
Did Jack even look at the shrine? I swear.
That's a pretty specific situation there, Grant.
No, really. We've seen it a lot, actually. It's not very specific. Oh, here we go.
Move in. Yawara gets hit with the stun. They're going to follow up with the Reaper Scythe. This is going to be enough to go for the finish. He can't find his way out. Silenced up. No blink going to be there. He is gone. Iceberg suddenly lose 3 at the drop of a hat. And now we can see frantically VGJ move in to capitalize on this. What can they do with it?
Yeah, you see the birds trying to split push out middle. They're like, uh-oh, this is the most pushed lane. We gotta do some, but Stan King saves it. They're just gonna, and this is what we just said, right?
Yeah,
if they win one fight, they're just gonna take the base.
You're a prophet,
yeah.
Grant.
Oh, I don't know if
There's no buyback on the anti-mage.
Yeah, they're gonna for sure lose one set of Raxes. They might just lose all of them. It depends. This Earthshaker's gonna have to have a. Oh, he used
40
dunk. Yeah,
seconds,
it's over. The
no
game's over.
AM.
They
Oh
actually
my
just lost.
gosh.
Look at Fury on Shrine.
That's Dota. You get jumped in the bottom lane when you don't have a buyback available, and suddenly that could be it. Ooh, miss on the stun.
But,
Bryle alone, a man. Can he do it? Players here now. Steps in with the Sprout, but yeah, VGJ taking the 1 Rax.
Necro misses his 4-step over the hill.
Can they get him? It looks like they will. He gets locked down inside for not being able to slither on out. And they're not done yet. Look at this. Chase is on from Iceberg here. Jap, turn around, stun him. Doesn't get it. And that is going to be escape of Ritsu. I don't know if they would have been able to get him or not, but still. They hold the line a little bit here, but damage has been done, Grant. Mid lane, they lost to Rax.
Even though they only took the range Rax top, it's still, if it's just straight on creeps, they all will always have the advantage, and now they have the middle melee. 2 in their favor. I think this next Rosh is going to be huge.
Roshan.
I mean, Rosh is always huge, right?
Yeah, he's
that's
big.
That's just a meme. I think casters say next Rosh is going to be big. Well, he's always big.
He's always big.
Come on, Grant. Focus. Get in the game. Jack, focus.
I can blame Jack on that one.
Yeah, well, ooh, butter. I just realized Ritsu, once again, the highest net worth because of that AM death. And he had Butterfly, and now he has BKB. I like the BKB more. Because once again, just another fight, another Rax. That's all it takes with this team. Yep. That's the big thing about Terrorblade. It's AM can split push and just make your game hell. You win one team fight with Terrorblade, you're just losing Raxes, 100%. Yep. They play a far different carry role, even though they're the same role.
He's just a freaking siege engine when it comes to objective push. If you give him the opportunity to kind of lay down the Terrorblade carpet inside your own base, you're done for. Yeah. So we'll have to see a very hesitant, maybe cautious Iceberg team to try to not take any unfavorable fights, so that doesn't lead to that.
Look at how annoying Claire is, just spawning the 8 treants middle, keeping it back. This guy's real piece of work.
Another reason why we may always just see Nature's Prophet picked. It just seems like he offers so much to the game, even in situations like this when you feel like you're down. He'll do everything within his power to stall things out.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
smoke right down
and
mid.
Oh, nicely done. He has a blink.
They all.
What the hell's going on?
Well, they do manage to get the Yules set up onto Biryu. Fissure to help them. They'll just commit a Reaper Sight to hope that they can lock him in place. The stolen Fissure grab now from Stan King, and it looks like they will be able to get the grab onto the Earthshaker. Also a follow-up for Biryu, as both Jabs and Biryu could be paying for this. Oh, he tags the Shrine and is able to hold on.
Bottom lane,
barely.
Young Yawar going to try to make some plays happen here.
Starts chopping away on the tier 3.
Ton of damage. Oh, and that's such a bad glyph when the creeps spawn. It just like wastes like 2 hits. It's not that big of a deal, but you know me, min-maxing.
Min-maxing.
It's poor glyph.
Everything matters when the damage is unhealable.
Exactly, because the creep spawns, so why would he want to hit the tower anyways? He wants to clear the creep wave, Jack. Am I wrong?
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, I know. I was just
In your own terms.
Thank you. Dire scans, they know.
Yep.
They know Retsu's probably just farming up their ancients.
Yep,
He didn't even kill it, though.
Oh, he ditched as the approach was coming again from Yawar in the bottom lane.
Yeah. Okay. Eating some candy over there? Or? Oh.
Something for my throat. My throat hurts.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
We got some for your throat over here.
Okay.
Jack, did you get the joke?
Huh?
Yeah, lollipops.
I have a lollipop.
This is a good one, Grant. I enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you. Oops, stun comes out.
You enjoyed
They
the lollipop
find
or what?
him. Yeah, I'm part of the lollipop guild.
You sure it wasn't the mayonnaise?
No, absolutely not. Oh, God, I hate
Would you eat a lollipop with a mayonnaise, Grant?
Look at this like half
You
destroyed
mean Jack?
board
Jack's the
here.
one who likes mayonnaise. Jack, would you?
We got a Dota 2 game here.
Yeah, but would you just yes or no then? We can get back to it if you answer.
But what I want? What was
Lollipop with mayonnaise.
With mayonnaise, Jack.
no, probably not. That sounds pretty disgusting.
What if it's a mayonnaise flavored lollipop?
Look, mayo's good on many things, but lollipop's not one of them.
Alright, I agree. Snake King farming. Looked like he was going for the axe. Now he is. That is a very good item. I think we don't see him much on Necros. Do you know why, Lacoste? Like, there's just better items, or because it seems really good.
What item are we talking about?
Aghanims on Necro. Like, you don't see it often, right? But it's good.
It's good, but it's kind of a
Not
late
great.
game item.
Gotcha.
If you can get it early on, it's still good, but you can need a mobility item.
Yeah.
Veil is pretty much always the choice. Then you need either a Force Staff or a Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember how broken it was when you couldn't buy back
Look
after
at
you got
this.
Necro?
Yeah,
that was a good item. That was a real good item.
I'm here, guys.
I am hiding out here,
I see him.
whispering and waiting here.
I'm invisible.
Oh no! Oh, he sees Stan King. I bet he would have ran if Stan King had a ward.
Can't touch this.
He's just chilling.
Oh, I'm still here, guys.
That's the
No.
Shadow Amulet value.
Shit, we're gonna give him the double injury.
Well, he's not getting any XP or anything, but at least he'll be in a decent position for the Roche.
Well, he doesn't know.
He's
Oh,
going in
that's
now.
a Sheep Stick on Bryle.
Oh, gets hit with a fissure stun though. Oh, you are. Hold up, thrown in to the side.
BKB.
But yeah, BKB, and he blinks out the other side. They surely don't stick around to do the Roche, do they? Well, Ritsu says I'm going to
Well,
do
there's
it.
no BKB now, I guess, on AM.
You got the ghost out, so you can take down the Roche pretty quick.
Well, here we
It's gonna
go.
be
He
hard
Better
to
pop his
engage.
BKB as it
Earthshaker's
goes
gonna
down.
be
They
very
could stun
important
him.
here.
Stun him
What
and go
a
for the Aegis.
stun.
He does pop it. He'll grab it. Good call by Ritsu. We'll turn around. Try to maybe see if they can take a fight for it, but Iceberg know that since he popped
on
his
the back,
Metamorph and BKB,
Claire.
they want to get out. But yeah, Claire's in the game, so you know he'll find a way to weasel in a good kill, but also lose his own life, it would appear. Denies the
Nice.
bounty rune!
Nice.
What
This
a
guy's
player.
This guy's valid. Claire is actually... He's one of those guys... He's like what people actually kind of think Bulba is, right? Like, not in a flaming way. Like, a lot of people say Bulba is such a great coach, but, player. He's so... Clairvoyance is so smart.
Yeah.
Like, just the little things, and I know Claire knows I love the little things, last hits,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
shit like that. Thanks, Claire. Shout to Bulba. While we're here.
He just needs to get more kills. This KDA really suffers every
Bulba
game.
just needs to get in this league. I'm itching to watch this
Whoa.
DC play. What's
Yeah.
going
Whoa, I don't
on?
think
yeah.
Bulba's on DC.
Damn, that's a hard rumor
Jack,
there.
are you just dropping shit? I heard Bulba actually moved over to coach of Mineski.
Yeah, me too. What happened to Mason? I heard he also...
Mason's coaching Fnatic. They actually, all of DC went over to coach a Southeast Asian team. They're all just coaching different ones. One's on Happy Feet. One's on...
White Fries.
Yeah, White Fries.
Hey, White Fries has been in China for a little bit.
Yeah, weren't they supposed to play in last qualifiers? They just didn't want to because of things we won't talk about.
Shout out to HYHY.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think any of them are watching. Don't worry, Jack. They
Grant, what do you think about Aegis and Terrorblade instead of a cheese?
really bad because if he dies with Metamorphosis up, he will not respawn with Metamorphosis. I appreciate you asking the cost because that is another pet peeve. They're going to find someone. Oh my god. Glimmer, but
Send
not
him
enough.
to the shadow.
Oh, is that even Glimmer? Yeah, it is.
And he has buyback.
He does.
Could have switched to the buyback screen, but I'm just going to...
The only problem is, though, is if he buys back and then dies to another Reaper,
There's also
isn't
the
that going to be
forward.
another 150 seconds of unlife?
Unlife.
Of unlife?
That's like Unreal, but not. It's Unlife.
Yeah, it's like not. I feel you.
This has been a wacky game. There's been some
Throws for sure.
There's been
some
some what?
breakdowns of some of the fundamentals. It feels, whether it's in terms of vision.
My insides are breaking down these wings, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it definitely
This
doesn't
game
feel
has
like
to end soon.
Jordan versus Kobe. This is feeling kind of like J.R. Smith
College
versus
basketball.
Yeah, that too. J.R. Smith.
This
versus
is like an
college.
NCAA tournament game.
Those are super hype.
Yeah, those.
What are you talking
don't ever
about?
fuck with March Madness, Jack.
March Madness is like mega hype.
Whoa, I didn't say any. I didn't cast any aspersions on March Madness.
I don't even know what that
Asparagus?
word
What'd you
means.
say?
Aspersions?
I
What
think
does
you
that
meant
mean?
asparagus, not aspersions.
Well, top lane. Glyph is now down. This is going to be a free Rax. Anti-Mage buys back. Maybe it won't now.
We'll see what they can do. AM making the call out as he buys back into the game. VGJ step off just a bit to see what the hell's actually happening.
From behind Claire.
Claire doing cheeky things, pops out the Treants, but his buildings are going down. Ritsu going back and into work here with the remaining time on his Metamorphosis. Bryle wants to go toe-to-toe with him.
Oh, it's still alive.
Glimmer.
Not anymore.
And
Denies it.
value deny.
Takes away what? Like, how much is a Rax? 300 gold?
I don't think you can deny the gold. Not sure though.
No?
From the Raxes.
Tweet at Grant for that one.
Yeah, someone
Actually do.
hit me at Twitter.
Well,
It
so what? You
works.
just... Oh, I think I know what you're saying. You might be
You
right,
just
but maybe
get
not.
the deny,
gold, yeah.
but they still get the gold.
I think I remember that change, and I was mad about it. Well, Ags is going to be up on Necro now. He has 3.1k unless he wants to save for a buyback, but he might. This game is to that phase where everyone wants to have a buyback.
Yeah, one big fight, and if
Yeah.
you're caught without buybacks, you just lose.
How do you even test that shit? Like, if it works, you need to have two players playing a game,
You
taking
have
the
two
Raxes.
people who are stupid
yeah,
like me, yeah, just like want to look at dumb shit. Yeah, I feel you. There are people like that. They like single-player Dota. Nothing like playing with some bots.
Well, you know, one of the pub games I played just now in the break, some guy started running down mid, died 29 times as Earthshaker.
That was
So
a-
that would have been a good
bot.
time to test that.
Wait, was it you?
No, of course
Oh.
not. I've never intentionally fed in my life.
Oh, I
Why?
just thought you died 29 times because you're bad.
I unintentionally feed.
Oh, okay, that's
You
good.
intentionally feed on some wings earlier.
Well, oh, these birds. Man, he needs to be so careful, these birds. Like, if they die, it's such a long cooldown. And he almost lets them die to TB illusions, but they don't. So here's the thing. Visage is farmed, but
Yeah.
where does Visage go from here?
I don't know, man.
He
Late
sells
game
the
Visage
Midas.
is so awkward.
What do you get, Jack? You sell the Midas, and what do you get? He's going Boots of Travel, so he's going to get Boots of Travels, then what do you get?
He doesn't want the Ags himself.
I mean, an extra bird at this point in the game, I mean, it's a little stun, but if Ritsu just A moves with his stuff, they just die, right?
Yeah, do they have an assault? I don't
No,
think they have an
they should have
assault.
gone
right?
one, you're right.
Yeah,
He
assault.
should have gone down.
Probably
Nice.
his build up if it gets to that point, but
Dire's bottom tower is
I know it's tough. I feel like both teams have had so many opportunities this game. It's just kind of been a really wacky. It's like one of those like unsatisfying football games where like both teams have like a chance to take a stranglehold, but then there's just a lot of like crazy fumbles and stuff. Like, you know, a couple punt return touchdowns. It's like weird stuff going on, you know?
Just keep going, Jack.
Yeah, sports ball.
Yeah.
It's like
Anyone else here
It's
hit
like
the hand
hockey
egg
when the
up?
I got
icing and the
sports
high
analogies
sticks.
for days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I think the biggest thing, though, is Jack is kind of right. Both teams have had a chance to maybe take it, right? Like, after they team wiped him top from the Dire, Iceberg could have got something out of it, but they just farmed the jungle, farmed everything, and I felt like Anti-Mage was going to get 6 slotted really quick, and he needs this MKB, but it's still about 2,000 gold away, and then he won't have buyback. It feels like Radiant could pressure something here, but they might wait for Roche.
Yeah, like that
His
push top
buyback,
for VGJ felt like a crucial
cooldown.
like touchdown
Yeah.
drive, and then it's like they get picked off at the goal line, you know? Or they only get 3 points out of it or
Jack
something.
just
Yeah, Jack, when you're going for the dunk and you just miss it and
you
hit up
just
that
want to
hole in one.
dribble between the legs
then-
a couple times.
And then Yawar was in a pretty good spot, but you know, like a couple crucial fumbles or something.
Jack, you fall in the smoke gank?
Yeah.
Alright, sick.
Remember that Super Bowl where that guy was like, was it Don Beebe or something? He was about to score on like and then the big lineman, I forget who it was, Leon Lett, just chased him down and poked the ball out.
You can just keep going, Jack. It's fine.
Bills Cowboys.
Oh, here we
Super Bowl.
go. We actually have a
Good
fight.
story. Force into the base from Shaman. Can't quite get the
Oh,
hold of
watch
him.
out for the
Uh-oh.
Shaker.
VGJ trying to go for a grab on the something. Exorcism committed. Now they head back the other direction here. Roche may respawn in 1 minute, but may.
I like how even for casters, it doesn't tell you if it will. You think it should.
Yeah, I mean, I've been all about just having the fat digital clock that just gives you the exact time when it spawns.
4:31, 4:30. Yeah, that'd be nice. But you know, you got to keep us on our toes. And even though it does say, if you notice, it says Roshan may respawn in 40. It actually takes 2 seconds even after that, so it's a 2-second delay. It's one of those little things.
Yeah, it's the Twitch delay in the
Yeah.
clock, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually really surprised Radiant doesn't want to pressure, Because they know AM doesn't have buyback for, what, 2 minutes now? Or 3 minutes still.
Well, if they lose, if they pressure, lose a fight, lose a Roche, then they'll lose the game.
True, true. So we're at this thing where one team fight. Oh, middle lane.
Ooh, trouble potential onto Snake King here, but he's hit with the glimmer. And now he's feeling confident to make the move on. Jump in, counter dunk is there, but it's not enough to go for the save. Viryu is going to be taken care of. And now the fight is on. Ritsu going into the Metamorph, eats a hard couple of shots as Yawar also gets in on the action. And now it's Iceberg retreating back inside, losing their precious Visage. Does have a buyback available for defense. It looks like VGJ are going to have to do something. Yeah, because they already have the Metamorph out.
The creeps are in middle.
Time to head into the bottom.
He needs the buyback, plus they need a gem as well.
Like now, he needs to, I don't know what he's waiting for here.
Saving it for the next game, probably.
I guess. Looks like it, and there we go.
Tier 3 is out here. It should be time to defend. There's going to be the buyback. There's going to be the move made from Iceberg here if they want to stay alive in game number 1. Ryle's back, but he's eating some stuns. He's held inside. Ritsu Illusions softening him up a bit. Ryoa moving back in after the Tier 3's been taken down to see if he can get some exorcism damage onto the racks itself. There goes the Yawar pop, but it's not going to be big enough damage here. Reaper's Scythe, boom, flashes down. It's going to be able to get the finish. Death Prophet goes down next, and now they try to make their move. It's onto Snake King here. Focus hard, locked in place with the shackles, and it's going to be Wards that help get the finish on that one, and Ritsu scooting his way out. It is a retreat now from VG.
I think he needs to put a TP on him, and then just BKB TP.
He does not have a TP, that's all.
He has it in his stash.
Oh, buyback here from Snay. Look at this. They want to go back in and fight?
About the TB. Sorry, Jack's way out of it.
Alright, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the buyback TP, you know, the point of action there.
Buyback also from Nature's Prophet.
The observer must also be a storyteller, but he also must know when to ignore.
Well, the only story I'm getting, you're like a Dr. Seuss book. Like, we know what's going to happen at the end of the book. We're just on a journey there, and it doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, we'll giggle about it, though.
This is some redfish, bluefish shit, Jack.
Dr. Seuss book. Trivia question, you want to know what Dr. Seuss's real name was?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Mandolin Sueso?
No, that's... You're thinking of Suedo Random Distribution.
Well, what's his real name?
Suedo Random.
I don't know, but I know it's not that.
So you don't even know?
Wait, where'd you even make that up from? Like,
that's his real name, Sueso.
No, it's... I don't think it is, dude.
Well, Jack, do you know it?
Don't we have a king to look these things up?
The king. What is Dr. Seuss's name?
This kind of stuff, I don't even know who you're talking about.
You don't know who Dr. Seuss is?
I've got to observe. I can't.
He was an American doctor.
What? They really don't have Dr. Seuss in Europe? That's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
That guy just loves rhyming.
I don't think they had Reading Rainbow either.
That's just
was there a popular like child book or I mean, did they even have Sesame Street? I mean, we had the best child programs.
Sesame Street, nothing?
Yeah, Sesame Street.
I watched it a little bit.
It's international, I guess. Yeah. The big one, the big street.
Oscar the Grouch hates everyone in every culture.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you learn about homeless people.
Yeah, thanks, Oscar. Burry?
There's a gem, by the way. Did you guys notice this?
Cheese get eaten?
Did you guys see this gem over here, by the way? Chilling in mid lane.
Yeah, someone just say it had to be.
What is
they
happening?
Had 2 of them. Maybe did Ritsu? There's a gem on the ground too.
Yeah, I saw that too. Gem down. There's cheese being eaten.
They had the cheese from last fight. I think Ritsu might have accidentally double-clicked because you can stack cheese.
So he just ate one of his cheeses?
On accident or on purpose? I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, you're hungry.
I mean, you're the obs. You tell us, Jack. I don't know.
Did you catch it? I mean, I hope so.
That's like when you try to punt and like the snap is mishandled in the back of the end zone, and the punter just kicks it out the back to like ensure the safety instead of the touchdown. That's basically what.
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually what I was exactly gonna say with Leon Lett and shit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Inkle Thornberry or whatever.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura.
They're gonna lose the Raxus if they just
Thornberries? Oh, that's a card, I think, actually.
Stand here, Nyx has Aghanim Scepter, can just burrow himself with DPLT and Illusions. They'll just clear the Raxus. They need to try to make a smoke go around them.
Oh,
they are.
They're gonna try to flank over here.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh!
What?
That's gonna get pinged out. They saw the illusion up there, and...
Maybe it's baited fissure.
Radiant are scanning.
What?
Radiant, but that's a bad scan by Radiant.
No, they're waiting for them to show there. They're waiting for them to show there.
That cheese must have been pretty bad.
So they know that the frontal fight's not easy to take.
This is a special trait we're getting, and here we go. Oh, this unhealed. That's a range
going behind to cut the creeps, so there aren't going to be any creeps for them to push with, because this creep wave is going to be intercepted here. By,
fissure?
Clear.
Block.
Let's
Ping.
go to the
Stolen
important
vision.
part
But
here.
middle lane, Jack. The creeps are pushing in if you want to show the viewers.
Oh, jump in from Yawar, though. Trying to make a move for 747. The follow-up Echo. They are going to get the burst. Death Prophet does end up going down, and look, they turn it around to try to get Snake King on top of it, too. Earthshaker, he's done for. Pipe had been popped. Ritsu steps out on the outside and looks to go in for the Serpent Wards instead. Snake King reapproaches right now. Stuns out for Biryu here, but they hold the line. Flea, hiding underground right now, continues to dish out the mana leaks and
They're looking
mana
for
burns,
Claire
rather.
on the back.
Oh, Claire, trying to be cheeky, moving
can
in from
fly.
behind, but
He's going to get Axel as soon as he gets vision up.
Self-Sprout, he's fine. Hides in his own prison, but they put the focus on the Ritsu instead. Soul Sumption, Glimmer Cape also there to help out. Turns around, gets the swap onto Snake King. He's sundered up, forced forward, and now Biryu's going to be going out of this game for, 100 seconds taken out.
You know what a play I was thinking they might have done right there? I feel the cost probably saw it too. The Terrorblade should have swapped the DP when he was super low and instant eated the cheese.
Yeah, they could have done that.
We may be done here, but they're going to try to go out fighting. Yawar moving in.
No mana on him.
He's got no mana.
But yeah, without any mana, he's just doing any right click he can possible.
No megas,
Slowly though, Snake King needs the right click, gets it done. He's out of this one nearly 2 minutes without a buyback here. Stan King buying back on his team, feeling confident that they're going to be going for the finish, but Bryle does not want to go. Looking to fight forward onto Ritsu. Ritsu, Mantis turns around, he gets hit with a Sprout though, but they turn it back onto Bryle. They can't finish him off. He's just got too much durability that the Reaper's Scythe is not going to be doing enough work, and Ritsu continues to hold on. They will be able to get the finish onto Jabs. He's out of this one for good. Bryle could be next. One more auto attack, and that will get it done. He's out of this one too, and I think this is going to be the beginning of the end here.
Yep.
VGJ will take game number 1 at just about 50 minutes into it.
Man, Jack, your team is really good at like
Come on.
looking good in the early game and then just crumbling for a bit and then coming back. It shows real tenacity is the word.
Tenacity. That's a great word.
But honestly, yeah, they definitely, both teams really rough around the edges this game. I actually think they would have won that last fight super easily if the Terrorblade sundered directly onto the DP when she was low while the Ghost were out, and then he just ate the cheese because he had the cheese on him, so they would have both been full HP. The Ghost would have still been going. But, you know, that would be a real tough play. If you mess that up, too, I can assume your team would not appreciate that. But they get the win. And Yawar? I mean, Yawar had a good game. He's 6 slotted, but it didn't feel like he had that much of an impact on AM. And you need to have an impact, right? Either split pushing or team fighting. And he was involved in 11 kills.
There's so many weird things about AM. So AM against Nyx is also something that's like sneaky, like bad matchup, especially when he gets later on, because he has ways of disrupting you from, like, usually AM when you enter the fight, you want to be able to just burst someone down, right?
Yeah.
He has ways of just disrupting that and slowing that down, and then the mana burn really starts to add up. You kind of do need like mana later on as anti-mage because your void is a big part of your damage and burst. You want to be able to blink around freely. When you've gotten a few mana burns, a couple rounds of control from the Nyx that you can't just bring down, it really gets very annoying to fight against that hero. And once he has his Aghanim's, I mean, you can, you know, even if you focus all your fire in trying to pound him down inside the burrow, it's still like not it doesn't feel good to play against that as anti-mage.
Yeah, and I think even once this game, he was invisible and popped a Carapace, and he cleaved him to stun him. It was a super good play. Coming outside of Flea, surprisingly, Ritsu wasn't even level 25 at the end of that game, even though he was 6 slotted, just never really found experience. Necro, the Ags, I mean, in the end, it really came back. Lacoste, what was the biggest thing you saw?
His Majesty.
I saw myself on the screen a few times.
That was probably the best thing you saw.
Well played. Oh, Bryle had a good game.
He did.
Yeah.
Considering, you know, their team didn't end up pulling out at the end, or at least I had not had the opportunity to see Bryle play something like a Visage.
Yeah.
And
he dominated mid.
Yeah, 17-3. He wins the mid lane. The kid is obviously seriously talented. So
I thought Claire played a decent NP. The ending stats don't show. Like, it doesn't look like he has that much fun.
that's
but he
good
did a
for him,
job.
in my opinion.
That's true. Playing
doing
different
5.
role, but no, he cut the creeps when he needed to. He TP'd to gank early game when they needed, like those mid kills on Ryoya were a big part because of him and just the skill builds coming out from. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. What up?
Hey.
I'm back. All right. It's the first time this happened to me this week. It doesn't feel good. I know you guys feel now. It's being ignored. No.
Production telling you to shut up.
Yeah. NP just he did a good job, but unfortunately, it just feel like the
He had no
draft
items
was a little
whatsoever.
better. That too. Yeah. When you have no items, you're going to lose.
If you're switching from like a pure support player to, you know, suddenly like this kind of position, like his awareness is there, it's pretty good, but maybe just in terms of the farming and then all the space that had to be taken up by the anti-mage as well. Certainly.
He needed a Mjolnir on that Nature's Prophet to deal with those illusions, although procs from the DPLT as well.
Just goes to show right there, old dogs can learn new tricks here. Picks up the Visage, sports at 17-3 game. Ritsu, I mean, terrible. That's cool, but he's a human. I mean, I expected a lot more.
Yeah, he only died once. Was that the top fight when they lost? That's impressive. He only died once, actually. Wow.
Yeah.
I think if you're VGJ.Storm, I mean, again, some of the things you're taking away from these games, you're managing to eke out wins in very difficult situations.
Yeah.
So there's some of that grit and tenacity that you talked about, but I don't know, there are some clearly some things to address here, whether it's like the early game rotations and vision. There always seems to be a period of time where there's like not much vision or not much being contested, and you're kind of making moves through vision. And then, just some of these fights, just something's a little bit off. Like that push top was definitely a point of improvement. And I think you can't be feeling too good about you're playing against a team with 2 stand-ins.
True.
You know, that's a bit better than people expect, but like not like a great team as most people would think, and you're having a lot of trouble really putting them away.
Yeah.
We have to think though, because Charlie is from Europe and Yawar isn't. Yawar knows these guys. Maybe the stand-in is actually like a tactical stand-in. They're like, Charlie, maybe sit this one out. We're going to put in, you know, guy, less ping. I mean, he knows the players. We don't know. Maybe they did it on purpose.
Get that tinfoil hat.
There were a couple things too. I mean, Yawar did get caught a few times, and you know it's hard to coordinate again with the stand-ins. But there were also sometimes there's once where they were about to get the Reaper Scythe on Yawar, and he had enough time to get off the BKB first, so he didn't die to it.
Yeah.
And there were a couple points where either the Reaper Scythe, you know, wasn't there to immediately set up a kill, or it came a bit late onto a target that you would want to scythe and then put the damage in. So there are a couple situations like that. I think that's just going to get better over time as the guys get to play more together and just, you know, talk about these situations.
That's right, Dakota. I think we have a game 2 coming up, so we don't want to, you know, use all our juices here.
Yeah, man, you guys are going to have nothing to say when we get back. Plus, I need to use the bathroom. So please, let's cut to a break. When we return, it's game 2 time for VGJ taking on Iceberg Esports. We'll see you then.